And now, yeah, she's home. I think I go home in about 6 weeks for my vacation.
Okay.
And I can give you an exclusive.
All right.
I was going to save it for my channel, but Coach Cruisers, you get in this firsthand.
I just can't get away from a good time.
And secondly, and this one is huge, like and subscribe. Ring that notification bell so you know when this man is posting more videos. We've booked our vacation.
Oh, right.
So we're going to go. Geraldine's half French, half English, and her mum lives in France with her wife. So we're going to go. I fly from here home. We're going to fly out to France. We'll see her mum. Spend some time in Paris. Then we're going to go to Dubai.
Oh, wow.
And take a couple of days in Dubai. I've never been, and it's been on my bucket list.
That's going to be amazing.
It was going to be a natural stopover anyway. So I was like, well, if we're going to have a layover in the airport, why not take a couple of days, break up the traveling? So we're going to go and check out the Burj Khalifa. We're going to go and do stuff out in the deserts, whether it's camel rides or four-wheeling, sandboarding. Wow. I don't know. We haven't planned like tours and stuff yet. Then we're going to hop back on the plane and fly out to Bali. And we're going to go to Ubud in Bali. We've got so many great Balinese crew members. So in the next couple of weeks, I'm getting tips on things we should do, things we need to eat, where we need to go.
Okay.
And I've booked us this beautiful hotel.
Now, are you going to vlog some of this?
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
How could I not?
See, now that's just for that one trip alone. People need to be subscribed.
It's going to change to like a travel channel for my vacation. But we're going to go out there. But that's a great point you make, though, because I have to start respecting that personal life balance there as well, because I can't vlog the whole vacation. I mean, she'll feel like an extra in a documentary about travel rather than a couple
that is
taking
true. I've gotten yelled at a few times for having my phone out too much.
But when you love it, you get a little blindsided by how your partner or other people maybe necessarily feel around you documenting for the channel, for your viewers, right?
Right.
So I've already said to myself, when I take the vacation, I'm going to maybe vlog a little bit of the travel, and then for one section of a day, not the whole day.
Right.
Or maybe take a day off from it.
Right.
I want to take people with me, but I can't do a daily vlog on my breakaway from work. And that's not, I want to get away from the community
100%,
of people.
Yeah, you gotta have that, together time or whatever.
Yeah, but it's great. And then Geraldine's going to go to the sunrise, and I'm coming back here. And I think that's going to be the biggest test, not test of our stability, but of our patience and our emotional balance, because we've had this time together, right? We've savored these really special moments.
And one great thing, it's a lot easier to communicate now that you all have the Starlink and the good internet. It's so amazing. That live I did yesterday,
right?
There was no spinning, there was no drop off, and I was like, oh my God, this is great. Everybody kept commenting how great the internet and the feed was and everything. So,
thank you, Elon.
Yeah. So at least you'll be able to communicate and see each other clearly and not worry, but I know that's not the same, but.
No, I mean, I am a lot easier going when it comes to stuff like communication and FaceTime and stuff. I remember when I was on Mardi Gras and Geraldine was finishing up her contract on the Breeze with Cookie, who seems to be a constant theme in my life. But yeah, she was over there with Cookie, and we came back together on our break, and I saw her in Finland, and we're really honest with each other. She said she much prefers having a partner that's physically present in the same space.
Right.
And she said, but we got through it. And I was like, got through it? I was like, you make it sound like it was a difficult time. She was like, well, it was. I said, well, hang on a minute. How many times did we break up and get back together in your mind? Because I was fine.
Right.
But she's a little more emotionally led than I am. I feel deeply, but I got a very practical mind.
Right.
And it's not that we love each other any more or less on our balance, but balance is important, and respecting other people's sort of needs socially, romantically, I think is really important. So this time apart on the next contract is going to be tough, but it's part and parcel of the job.
Mm-hmm.
It's what we knew we were getting into. It's what we signed up for, right?
Yeah.
And I said to G that eventually we're gonna have like a life together. We're just right now doing the hard work and making the sacrifices today so we can reap the fruits of our labor, you know, down the line.
Right.
So, yeah.
And that probably is the hardest thing about cruise life, right? Is leaving family for long periods of time.
Honestly, it really is. I don't have a big family unit, but my mom raised me. It's been my mom and dad separated when I was little, and my stepdad's great, but my mom, for all intents and purposes, was like my primary caregiver, my main parent, right? My rock. And my mom's mom, my nana, is 96 this year.
Wow, good for her.
So, you know, when people get later in life, you do worry. I mean,
Yeah.
John just lost his mom,
Yeah.
right? It's one of those harsh realities that we all have a time limit.
Right.
So that's tough. And there are crew members that have children. Chris Williams saying goodbye to Sienna.
Oh, yeah.
Mike Pack saying goodbye to Imogen.
Right.
It is tough. Oh, and Emma as well. It's not like
Yeah.
Kimberly and Emma matter, and Barkley the dog as well, and the most underrated pack in the Pack household. But
I loved Emma as a cruise director.
Yeah.
Hello, this is Emma.
hello, lovelies.
Easy squeezy.
Yeah,
Or,
she's sweet.
easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's what it was.
That's it.
Yeah.
And you know, Emma and Mike are two cruise directors that I have had the closest connection with, despite having minimal time actually working alongside. I had a handover with Emma on the Sunshine, and I'll never forget it. 2017, the end of 2017, and we sat on the floor of the cruise director cabin and we were talking about Panorama and the new ships that were coming out. And I said to her, Emma, I was like, would you not want to be the inaugural cruise director on a new ship? And she's so sweet and lovely, but she was like, oh no, probably it's not going to be me, right? Because, you know, there's like Matt and, you know, these other big personalities out there, and I'm just me.
Yeah.
I said, Emma, I think that's the reason why it could and should be someone that's just you. I was like, our guests love you. And not just because she's female, but I was like, you're female. We haven't had a female cruise director bring out a ship for as long as I've been watching this company.
Yeah.
I was like, and you mean so much to a completely different group of people. You're a different energy, a different tone. And I said, why couldn't it be you?
Right.
And I planted a seed of, well, maybe with her.
Yeah.
And we shared a bond there. I've sent her like flowers and cards for birthdays and stuff to the house, and whenever I've called Mike for a meeting, if he's been at home and Emma's been around, she's like hopped in on the call. And by nature of their association, that improved my relationship with Mike, who I'd never worked with. And I met Mike at the Cruise Director Conference in 2018, and we had a chat, and we really, you know, got along. Then he came out to Finland to support for the inaugural and maiden voyages of this ship, and we found that the way we worked, our ideals and our values as a cruise director were like almost carbon copies of each other, despite us never working with each other. Guests ask me all the time, did you train with Mike Pack? Or it's like, no, I came into this company as a cruise director from a different cruise line.
Right.
But despite that, we were almost, I just got to check my watch, we've got 15 minutes.
Okay.
We've almost been paralleled, but the Pack household I'm very close to. Chris, Kimberly and Sienna, the Flying Scotsman family as well. With us being from the same country, it makes that a lot easier. I keep trying on my vacations to connect with Joey and Kindle.
Right.
Joey lives in the northeast, and I live in the northwest. And despite us being quite close by how the crow flies,
Right.
the motorway system, the highways in the UK, I'd have to go up to go across to go down, or go down to go across to go up. And it is quite the commitment to make it over. But next time Joey and Kindle are in the UK when I'm on vacation, I'm going to go out and see him, because we've been saying we need to hang out.
Yeah, that'd
and
be
we just
cool.
haven't made it happen yet. But yeah. But, wow, that took a tangent. But, yeah, being separated from friends and family and loved ones is tough.
Yeah.
But not just our family at home, our family and friends and loved ones on board as well. There are relationships that sometimes, due to obligation to the company and the operation, we're separated for months on end.
Right.
And that can be tough. The reassuring thing is it's quite a, while we've got so many ships, 23, 24 ships right now with Venezia coming out, our family of crew is quite a close-knit family.
Right.
So while I'm apart from Geraldine, like, the team know that I'm missing her. The day that she signed off, I'll never forget, Gabby and Mike came straight down to my cabin. I had Trevor and Marcella come down to my cabin to check on me, to make sure I was okay, and they invited me out for dinner. I'm in a vlog. We went to Guy's Pig and Anchor Smokehouse Brew House. The Fun Squad normally go and have a team dinner together, because I was having date night on that embarkation day.
Right.
And they said, Lee, you've never been, come. And it was only when I sat down, oh my word, I might get weepy. It was only when I sat down, I looked at the team and the effort they were making, and I was like, you guys.
Yeah.
And I didn't click that they were keeping me busy,
Right.
because they knew that I was missing Geraldine, or that I would be at a loose end.
Right.
And they were like all singing and having a great time, and I looked around, I was like, this isn't just a coincidental invitation for the boss.
Right.
It was like a really beautiful, compassionate moment of them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was nice. It was really nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, I can't be here getting all weepy before I've got to go get on stage and talk about the fun on board, telling the first-time cruisers how to make the most and get on and off the ship, and shore excursions and restaurants and stuff. So, whew.
Well, you said something that this reminded me that, and it's because of your vlogs. But, for example, I saw Mike yesterday, on the sail away, and I don't even know, if he knows me, and I walked up when you did the thing with the live music, but introducing
Activate the Fun,
yeah. And I walked past him, I kind of, said hello as I, walked by, and I'm like, I see this guy, and you guys have done a couple excursions together and stuff.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of, when you watch your vlogs,
you
come on the ship, for all the people that do subscribe to you, they come on the ship and they're like, oh, I know that person, I know that person, I know that person, so it's kind of like they're co-stars in your adventures, of and I'm excited. I'm hoping to see Trent's feet at some point on this cruise.
Absolutely.
And I want to film his feet too.
I love that. We had a guy cruise with us 2 cruises ago. He asked Trent for a selfie, but then cropped Trent's face out and just took a picture of his shoulder and his name tag to prove that it was Trent.
Oh, okay.
And Trent looked at him and was like, what? He was like, I watch Lee's vlogs. We can't reveal your identity.
Yeah.
I love that.
No, I agree. And I mean, for those people not subscribed, they're probably like, what are we talking about? Why would we want to see somebody's
you got to check
feet?
it out to
But
understand.
it's just a funny bit. And then yeah, I think, his identity should never be revealed.
No, he's got to be the anonymous entertainment director. And you know what? That people have such a sense of reward when they find him as well.
Yeah.
From watching the vlogs, because that's what you look like. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. I think it's a really great bit that's just organically happened in the vlog.
Right.
The video I posted this morning, I filmed last night, and I said to Trent, because I had to round it off. We were in the office, we were looking through today's schedule and just debriefing on the day. I said, I haven't rounded off my vlog, do you mind, because we share an office, and I do ask him, do you mind if I finish the video? He went, oh yeah, go for it. I said, don't worry, I won't put you in it. And he just laughed and looked at me and went, I wasn't going to be in it anyway. So a part of it is me playing on the fact that he's anonymous in my videos, and a part of it is that I don't think he wants to be in them.
Yeah, right.
But he's a huge supporter of my channel as well.
Oh,
and we sit and we watch a bit of YouTube, and he shares me ideas with me, and he's like, maybe you should do this, or open the next video like that. And he's like, you need to do a cliffhanger. The other day, DJ Q had shaved his beard off, right?
Yeah.
And I was editing the video. He's like, why don't you end it there when you're like, something's happened on the Lido deck, and cut and be like, to be continued.
Yeah.
And the next video start being like, oh, something's out previously on Lee's vlog.
Yeah.
Oh, something's happened, and then swinging in on DJ Q looking like he's 2 years old.
Yeah. And it's funny because that was one of your most recent videos before I came on board yesterday.
Yeah.
And then I saw DJ Q walking through the hallway by ladders. I'm like, oh, DJ Q, and he's like, Coach, you know, and yeah, he does look so much younger,
doesn't he?
With his you know, facial hair shaved off, so for sure.
Yeah.
But he does amazing work. I told Anita about him, and she's like, what's the DJ? And I'm like, no, this guy is legit. This guy is for real. Yeah. You know, he does amazing work for sure. And it's always fun to see, well, you know, yourself, DJ Q, but to see people that are genuinely passionate about what they do. Yeah. You know, and I mean that shines through you, it shines through him, and that's why I think you all are so good, is because, you know, I mean, you
we
can
love
see,
it.
Yeah, absolutely.
We love it. And I really admire and respect him and value him, and he does the same to me, but like, we've got this wonderful friendship and chemistry, and we collaborate. Sometimes the DJs come in and they just want to support, but Q is a celebrity, and he's like, that guy could be a cruise director. Right? Let's be honest, he doesn't want to be. He said to me the other day, I was speaking to him about it, he's like, I don't want to do the paperwork that you do. He's like, I can be a pro DJ and have all of the fun. I get to play music and bring people together. He's like, and I don't have to do your schedules and your meetings and your conference calls. It's like, wow, way to make me feel great about my career, Q. He was like, no, he's like, but you do you and I do me, and we meet in the middle, and that's where magic happens. He's such an incredible human being. I want to keep him. I wish we can link our IDs like married couples, right? And Geraldine and I can't really do that because it would limit what shows she was assigned to, where we could go. She'd have to live in my cabin here, and there's not enough closet space. But I've been thinking about linking IDs with DJ Q and just telling the company he's my husband. The only problem there is then he'd have to live in my cabin. That guy works until like 4 a.m. He'd be like making music and practicing his rap and breakdance in the room. Like, I can't cope with that either. So I just have to pray to the gods of scheduling that Christine Duffy will look down on me favorably and just put me and Q together all the time like a duo. Right. All right. I'm gonna have to run. I've got to run back down and make an announcement for the Funner Show Funner board, and the closest place for me to do it is my cabin, and again, the foot of my bed. I wish I could take you down there.
No worries.
We haven't got the clearance for that, but what I'll do is I'll run down and I'll come back up and I'll meet you at the entrance to the Grand Spectrum Theatre.
I just can't get away from a good time.